Good morning, we're DPC Team 2 and we will be addressing problem 1. Mangoes. They're an Australian favourite, a beloved fruit and one which we desperately want to protect from pests and diseases. However, we face an urgent problem with the low uptake of biosecurity plans, which are vital for ensuring correct procedures, greater control and access to necessary support during biosecurity emergencies. Today, our presentation will demonstrate to you our nudge for behavioural change in this sphere. Our goal is to raise awareness about biosecurity among farmers and the public to promote planning as standard practice. Through our research and use of the EAST framework, we have identified the key barriers for uptake of biosecurity plans, which are represented by the above cohorts of growers. The eco-warrior growers want to be prepared and have a biosecurity plan because it aligns with their value of shared responsibility and environmental sustainability. The price-conscious farmers are the ones who want an affordable way to prepare for potential biosecurity risks. The curious skeptics are intrigued but wary of the purpose of having a plan if they can just tackle the threat after they face it. Our research has shown that this cohort is common for peri-urban growers who have high biosecurity risks because they have less involvement with industry networks. And lastly, we have the group thinkers whose desire for social cohesion with neighbouring farmers takes over their common sense thinking. Some of these cohorts can be explained by the ambiguity effect, whereby people are inclined away from having a biosecurity plan due to uncertainty over its necessity and future benefits. Additionally, some growers demonstrate the bystander effect since they presume someone else is going to do something in an emergency situation.
This is our nudge, an accreditation system for growers of mangoes demarcated by bronze, silver and gold standards. These standards demonstrate the strength of a grower's biosecurity plan and shows to both the public and the growers which producers have a plan in place. Our vision is to make this accreditation system something that can be easily identified through its logo and used as a sticker on produce, on car and tractor bumpers, and even on the back of phones. We believe this accreditation system will help to create a social norm, one which encourages growers to implement high standard biosecurity plans in order to achieve gold, helping them to break into certain markets and appeal to consumers, similar to the way health star ratings on food packaging helps to influence consumers to buy healthier products. We believe the accreditation effect, especially with the use of stickers, will have a bandwagon effect when it is made the social norm. These three on the left are for our producers and growers, and on the right shows what a buyer and consumer would see on the produce packaging. Gold standard would be absolute best practice. Using the mango industry biosecurity plan, this may look like implementing pest surveillance, reporting biohazard threats immediately, having certified product material, and having detailed plans for people movement. The accreditation scheme would be split into 3 tiers based on farmer and producer size, small, medium and large, so that smaller producers are not disadvantaged. Similar accreditation schemes have been completed in nursery production. The NIA-SA accreditation provides guidelines for best practice of production and offers similar logo signs to display. We believe ours goes a bit further by considering the uptake and buy-in of farmers and consumers. We believe that the uptake of this accreditation system, so the buy-in of consumers and farmers, will be one of our biggest barriers. We argue that to combat this, we can have 2 simultaneously running marketing campaigns. One that aims to incentivize producers to protect their land and produce, and the other that aims to nudge consumers to buy mangoes that have a biosecurity sticker attached. Research has shown that place attachment, when individuals are emotionally attached to something and place a sense of their self-worth in it, occurs frequently in farmers, and that it has a significant impact in influencing environment-based behaviour. This goes hand in hand with the behavioural economic theory of the endowment effect, where someone places greater value on the object that they have more than it is worth simply because they own it. This makes losing the object significantly more painful, a nod to loss aversion. Knowing the deep attachment that farmers have to their land, especially when it's been passed down from generation to generation, can be used for nudging them to complete biosecurity plans by emphasising the loss that they could experience by not having one in place in the marketing campaign. We believe this would be best suited for TV, radio and billboards, as this is something that farmers would see daily and have easy access to, and we suggest earlier timings for TV and radio advertisement. For consumers, we suggest emphasising shared responsibility, protecting our Australia, and highlighting the environmental benefits of the biosecurity accreditation in the marketing campaign.
So underpinning our scheme is the peak industry body, the Australian Mangoes Industry Association, or AMEA. Given their key connection to industry and their interest in biosecurity, AMEA is best placed to identify and engage with community leaders who are eager to embrace and implement biosecurity plans for their property. This approach is based on research that indicates farmers place most trust in other farmers when it comes to learning about new practices. By engaging community leaders first, this trust can be leveraged to encourage and empower early adopters of the scheme. AMEA will also collaborate with government agencies to ensure their efforts align with existing national biosecurity frameworks. This collaboration can utilise existing resources such as the Orchid Biosecurity Manual for the mango industry to strengthen and build on current practices. Importantly, the scheme is not solely focused on compliance. Rather, it is rooted in a strength-based approach where AMEA plays a key role in supporting farmers to obtain a Gold Star standard. This scheme aims to empower farmers by equipping them with necessary tools and knowledge to improve their practices while removing the negative social stigma associated with taking biosecurity measures. When developing the scheme, we identified several key risks that may impact its feasibility. So these include stakeholder misalignment, lack of resources, and low uptake. To mitigate these risks, we placed AMEA at the forefront of community engagement, removing the perception that the scheme is a regulatory measure. AMEA's connection with industry will be leveraged to encourage a change in behaviour in early adopters, which is likely to have a flow-on effect to other farmers and consumers according to the bandwagon theory. The collaborative and strength-based nature of the scheme aims to support farmers to find the most cost-effective biosecurity solutions that can be tailored to individual needs to reduce cost and time constraints. In addition, the tiered approach requires the size and capacity of the farm to be considered when assessing plans against the accreditation scheme. So this ensures that the expectations on smaller producers is realistic and achievable. Finally, as discussed earlier, the associated marketing campaign aims to incentivise uptake by reducing the stigma associated with biosecurity, reshape growers' beliefs, and influence market drivers.
Ultimately, this plan will have a long-term impact on the mango industry. Stigma has been raised as an issue as farmers don't want their neighbours to use detection methods and find a pest that could affect them. We want to flip this stigma and use the stickers and signs as a way to shift social and subjective norms about biosecurity plans. If farmers are proudly advertising the fact they have a gold standard plan, others will start to feel peer pressured into adopting their own because they don't want to be ostracised by their neighbours and community for their lack of preparedness. Once they have a plan, the bronze, silver and gold accreditations incentivises them to constantly maintain and improve it in order to be on par with their fellow farmers. This plays into the bandwagon effect. We also know that our farmers are motivated by profits. Through the marketing campaign, we will engage consumers of mangoes and convince them to care whether their mangoes are grown on a gold standard farm. Farmers with these accreditations will have high demand for their produce and even could sell it at a higher price. This system will also give those who opt in greater market access because if consumers are motivated to buy gold standard mangoes, supermarkets and grocers will have to start considering this when choosing their suppliers. With farmers constantly striving for gold, biosecurity plans will be more prevalent and effective across Australian farms. And importantly, Australians can continue indulging in our homegrown delicious mangoes.